Hello, fuck cape shit, Shittywebcomics Weekly. This week, Penny Arcade, Funny or not Arcade. Just revisiting this because I think someone linked it to us. Oh wait, it's supposed to do the intro patter. Donate to us to unsubscribe. Star link below. Anyways, uh, I've had this in the links. Let's see, it's from April 1st. So I've had this in the link
It's
and
April 1st. It's like somebody is trying to make fun of this comic.
some kind of was this some kind of joke? Did they upload this as a joke? They uploaded this wrong as a joke intentionally. But yeah, someone linked to it on the first, and I fucking put it into the notes for Shitty Webcomics Weekly, and I opened it up and right now and all that stuff. And I still haven't read the comic because just glancing at the art is so existentially horrifying. Hold on, let me get rid of my own face on this. Oh wait.
You do have to ignore the art to read the comic anyway.
But I mean, I can't give when I look at fucking
It's one or the other.
when
They're
I
both terrible. Spoiler alert, because I just read the comic just now. It's terrible.
well, here's
The
the
art
thing.
is terrible.
All
The
the
joke is
stuff,
terrible.
all the stuff that happened over the week with linking to this and putting it in the notes and opening it for the video, and right this second, I have still not read this comic, and I don't think I'm going to. I can't because I'm looking at the weird, misshapen, swollen, freakish, like elephant man fucking head that Bald now has in the comic.
The wide awake nightmare.
Yeah, he has these giant fucking goat eyebrows. His head, like the back of his head, is like this giant like protruding tumor coming out the side at all times now. Um,
What's going on with his chin too?
yeah,
Because that's the thing is before some of the older comics we reviewed of Penny Arcade is like at least they're simple shapes. So we never complained about the art except when they did
except
stupid
when,
doodly things or Tumblr nose.
yeah, or when the art would change drastically to where it looks like other artists are doing it. Like again, the art looks nothing like it did a couple years ago, which looks nothing like it did a couple years ago. It looks like they're just hiring a rotating string of ghost artists. Now, that's just my irresponsible speculation, but I don't know. Maybe it's the fucking pig-like is
Maybe they're
legitimately just
also
doing things differently every time.
maybe they're getting ghost writers too, and they're getting shittier ones.
I mean, to be honest, the writing is not any worse than it's ever been. It's never really been good. There have
Yes.
been a couple funny ones like 15 years ago. 15 years ago, Penny Arcade had a couple funny comics, like maybe two or
It's
three.
almost like a broken clock.
Yes.
That's the thing is this one's especially bad.
Well,
And
I,
they're already bad. This one's especially
yeah,
bad.
I can understand. I think it's about that dumb Morbius movie that came out, but I
I don't think
just
it had been out. Wasn't this April 1st? I don't know. Didn't the movie
it
not
came
come
out like
out?
April 1st, basically. Yeah, it was
There's,
out just
there's
now.
no way they saw it and made this comic then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I
They
don't
definitely
exactly
no.
care
In fact,
either.
I'm saying for certain that they
Well, yeah,
didn't.
yeah, it is. I mean, it clearly has nothing really to do. It most likely it's based off Morbius from the comics. In fact, just from trying to skim
It's not even that. No,
the red on black text though is like my
this always
movie
sucks.
no do so good. And it's like, does Morbius talk like a retard in the movie or the comics?
I saw the movie because there's a streaming site that managed to host a cam like the day after.
Oh, how convenient and what a good idea.
That
I
was that was a good idea because it definitely wasn't worth paying
Yeah,
for.
I morally approve of this behavior. But so he no
But
do
yeah,
so good.
he didn't talk like a moron.
Yeah, does he in the comics? I don't care.
He is played by Jared Leto,
Yeah,
so maybe
Jared
that's what
Leto
they're going.
shuffle. That more
Jared
like it that.
Leto Shuffle,
If
the
you know what
classic
I mean. What? No.
classic song.
Ah, delightful song. But
These
anyways,
eyebrows are also fucking with me too. These eyebrows are so fucking
Yeah, the
shitty looking.
weird giant
The
eyebrows.
eyebrows are shitty looking. You know you fucked up.
Does he have a soul patch on his giant weird like cleaver chin or something though?
His shovel chin. He's doing the shovel face. It's steam shovel face in this case, as
Yes.
opposed to Animu shovel face. This is steam shovel
But also,
face.
like, after again seeing them in real life is such a bizarre
Yes,
fucking disconnect because his face looks like just literally an orange, a fucking pale orange, or
he
O
is.
R I A N O R
This
I
guy,
N C H
this
orange.
vampire he's in the comic with sure is pig-like in appearance. He's
Yes,
less
I know.
bat.
That's
He's
why I
less
looked at the nose and
bat-like.
it's like, is this supposed to be the guy who draws the comic as a vampire? That's what he
It's the
looks like.
fucking. He's very pig-like in appearance. Oh, well,
Um,
he's supposed to be a bat.
the reason why I took the wonderful VTuber thing off the screen, though, was to also point out the weird, like, gnarled, bony, wobbly looking fingers in the last panel, though.
Not to mention the arms too. Just the arms by themselves, they're like 3 feet long on
They,
their
they,
own.
they go down to his shins. It's
Yeah,
fucking
he,
confusing.
he could he could touch his own ankles without having to bend.
Yes. He can
Just
suck
puts
his
his
own
arms.
dick, and he does it a lot.
Yeah, but why does he does? Why does
What?
he do
How
that?
come he does that?
Is he sick?
What's wrong with you?
He must be sick. But yeah, his hands are especially. These are especially shitty looking hands. That's the thing. Again, is with some of the older comics is they were simple. They didn't have to be well drawn, but it's just like shapes. The shapes were right.
Yeah, the shapes at least made sense in a cartoony sense. Now it's just like malformed, freakish. But this has some of the best body horror outside of like Tails Gets Trolled,
It's
I
better.
suppose.
It's better body horror than you will ever see in the movie Morbius.
Yes, of course, with a PG
They try.
13 hit Morbius.
They're trying to push some of that body horror. It goes nowhere near as hard as this.
Horde. Yet it's really going for it, and it's quite amazing. Anyways, yeah, so that's not going into the content of this particular strip, which from
Because we need to know the joke. What is going on
it's
in this
it's
comic?
only 3 panels, and all I can do is skim it because my brain starts to like fade. Like not my vision is fading, but my brain starts to fuzz and gray out trying to read this, especially like red text on black background.
But yeah, it's the first. It's like just the first panel is just a paragraph of people talking, and it's shit.
But
It's
yeah, the
terrible.
point of the comic is Morbius, his movie is bad, so he goes around asking, hey, do you need a bat? And they're like, no. And then last panel is a bat shows up and is like, fuck you. And they're like,
The
what
bat
is
is angry that somebody else wanted to be a bat.
someone else wanted to be a bat?
You're not allowed to be a bat around other bats.
Don't be going
As
a
we all
bat.
know, the one thing we all know about bats is they're very standoffish around their own kind.
They're so territorial. I mean, you look at them hanging in their caves. They don't really like it when the other bats are crowded around them to the hundreds. Oh, oh, right.
You
You
definitely
know,
never see bats in any kind of like big flock or
I mean,
swarm.
I don't care about like fucking this comic isn't accurate to bats, but it's
No,
like it's just like the
that's
joke
the
is
joke here.
bat is pissed off because
That
bat.
that is the entire joke, and there's nothing else to it.
Yeah, it's
There
just a
is
dud.
there's no punchline. It's like they forgot to write a joke.
Well, you know what I'm not forgetting? Like, share, comment, subscribe. But the here's
Make sure you're
what
still subscribed. Smash the like or
smash that motherfucking like button, you fucking
ring
piece
the
of shit.
like button, smash the bell,
Bash
and
the
then
smash bell.
Half-Life crowbar hitting noise.
Yes, crowbar the like button.
Crowbar against wall Half-Life sound effect.
Just hit your wall next to your monitor with a crowbar in real life in order
Punch
to like this video.
punch your wall so hard that the windows vibrate and you're 400 pounds.
And that you call CPS on yourself and blame other people on the internet.
Claim that claim that the FBI has an extensive file on fucking Woman Slayer 69,
On Rollo Tomasi. Oh no, look
Pussy
out.
Hound,
Pussy
on Box
Slayer
Day.
Pussy Slayer 69. The FBI knows all about you. Anyways, speaking
Vox
of
Day.
yes, speaking of which though, our Subscribe Star is going to have like a big flurry of just primo top tier, primo kino, I believe the Squid O's call it. We're going to be going into it's going to be a multi-month long coverage of Comicsgate's continued meltdowns and implosions, and their fans just savaging them and fucking swearing off supporting them ever again and that kind of shit.
Gonna be biblical.
Including, of course, Ethan as always, because Ethan is a reliable lol cow and always has been. But Richard lately has been completely losing his mind. So we'll be covering some of that, where Richard has basically gone schizo and is like fucking not attacking, but he's trying to do a limp wristed clap back against people who are actually successful without his fucking say so. Like
Yeah,
Iconic
that was
Comics,
actually, this is kind of important
yeah.
because, yeah, that's the thing is he's failing and he's like he was like, oh, who's the CEO of Iconic
Yeah,
Comics?
at
Because
first
he
he was
wants
trying to
to fuck
suck
up.
Iconic Comics' dick. Now he hates Iconic Comics. That's fucking what started happening recently. And so you'll be able to see coverage of us talking about that kind of stuff on our Subscribe Star, linked below. Give us money, support us. Check out also, there's this or there's not the Patreon, but there's an Indiegogo lately for a wonderful comic called Literally 2. It's chapter 2 of Literally. Everyone should go check that out. I'll link to that below too, I suppose. And also, there is an official King Wolf Comics YouTube channel, and everyone should go subscribe to that too. So I'll link to that below as well. So as usual, but if you want to see all the deep dives and the real meat, check out our Subscribe Star. That's where our real videos are, and should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.